welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda, and today I have a super awesome, semi-cheap probe lens. This probe lens is from Neewer. It's called the LS-51, and it cost me about $300, I think, in Canada, with taxes and shipping and all that jazz. The caveat is you have to use it with your phone. And to do that, you actually need a case that has a 17 mil thread on it. So I had to also purchase the Neewer case for the iPhone 15 Pro, which I have here. And they just happen to also come with a 67 mil thread adapter as well, which is nice. We won't test that today. It has nothing to do with the probe lens. All right, so let's look inside the box here. I think one of the funnest things, aside from that it's a nice probe lens, is that the case is awesome. Look at this. There we go. It looks like a flute case for those of you who are band nerds. A really nice build quality on the case. So 18 millimeter, 2x macro probe lens, and it certainly can macro and probe. All right, so there we go. He's in there. What you get in the box, you get a charging cable, USB A to C, and that is for a light that's on the end of the camera. I'll show you that in a sec. You get a nice little Arca Swiss mount / ring mount for the lens to be held on. Great for using it with slides. Also great for holding it handheld. You get a little cute cleaning cloth or microfiber. You get a little rubber ring for helping you along, but I'll just leave that in the case. I'll close the case up. That's all that's in there. And here is our lens. So you get a lens cap on one side, lens cap on the other side. There's your USB-C for charging. You have a focus ring, and you have two levels of light. So there's one level, there's a lower level, yeah, and there's off. So if I attach this to my phone, you want to attach it to the one-time zoom on your phone, not the 2x or anything else like that. And the other thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your settings, and in my case, it's your iPhone settings. I'll show this here on the screen. You want to turn on macro, and then on the actual camera, you want to turn off macro. You want to click on the little flower and make a line go through it, because if you don't, it tries to auto switch the lenses quite a bit. Another good tip that we have with this, just off the bat, is use slow-mo when you're using this. All right, so there we go. Mounting the ring is super easy. Yeah, you just put it on there. Make sure you get your camera in the right direction, I guess, or your lens in the right direction. You can adjust that afterwards, though. Let's see. Ooh, scratch everything. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Sometimes it's like I just forget how to do the basics. There we go. That worked out. Look, it was the right side, right spot. Look at that. So there you actually have the mounting attachment, which is great for a slide, great for a tripod, but I find it actually is great even for just like doing some quick stuff. Like, it's like playing pool. That would make a cool shot, actually. All right. I'll take that off now, so we can do our little test across the table, because I want to show you guys what this looks like as I slide it across the table. I'll just screen record here real quick. Oh, I can actually screen record the flower because the flower is on. Enter your passcode. Okay. Now screen record. Yes, it's screen recording. Good, okay. So now you can see the flower is off, and it instantly jumped to the correct lens. And I'll put it in video mode, and I will record. And I'll just record me going across. Oh, actually, I got to stop, because otherwise it records where I started this way. It would keep it in the portrait, not landscape. Okay, here we go. Going across the table, all the way to nothing. Nothing interesting, but I mean, give you an idea of how easy it is to use this. how easy it is to set it up. Before we go out in the field, there were just one or two things that drove me crazy about this. The light is only blue, so there's no changing the color on that. And I think that it kind of gives more glare than it does actually help the situation. So I highly advise you get a second light. We used our Ulanzi tube light for everything that we did basically for this. And yeah, another really great feature with this is it's actually waterproof all the way up to there. So if you want to like have something going into ice or into like a watery ice bath or whatever, any kind of liquid, it's all the way up to that white line there, which is kind of neat. So yeah. But overall, probe lenses can be really pricey, especially for like the bigger camera mounts. Considering how good the lenses have been, or the photos and the cameras have been in the newer phones. Particularly, I really enjoy the RAW in the iPhones that you can get now. I think it's well worth investing in one of these if you want to just have some fun, or if you want to have a couple of professional looking shots without having to spend all the money. I mean, how often do you actually need a probe lens? For us, we occasionally do food programs, so I think this is something we might use. But for now, here's some tests. Well, let's go specs, and then I'll take you into the field and show you what we actually can do with this. And yeah, I'm very interested to see what it looks like after we put it in post. Let's go. The Neewer LS-51 has a 100-degree viewing angle. It has an 18mm focal length and 2x magnification. It's coated with an anti-reflective film. Its size is 345mm by 35mm, and the battery capacity is 3.7 volts / 60 milliamp hours.
So with the probe lens, you can be very creative in your shots. Just the strength is that it can come in very thin places and get that very nice corridor looking feeling. So here I set up a corridor of orange booblies to get up to the main character, this pink one in the middle here, so you can just see how that general probe shot looks. It's worth to note that it is quite difficult to adjust the focus with the ring or the touch focus while doing your movements. But if you had a slide or a focus rig, this would help you get your nice shots immensely. Also going to go down to the lake because it is freezing cold and icicles are super pretty. So I'm just going to show you some options you have when you're out and about. Just look around and see where you can use that probe lens. It would be really nice if the light was softer and was bicolor, so I could change it a bit. I found it difficult to be low to the ground and keep it both straight and horizontal at the same time. It's a little bit of a tricky move, especially with the phone sticking out on the back of it. We are now heading over to the Lego display, and here you can see the 100-degree field of view that you get. Also you see the shine from the built-in LEDs in front of the lens being shiny on the Lego. Being inside of the castle, you really notice that it has a lip on the top of the lens, and it easily gets caught and bumps you in the motion, so you have to start over quite a few times to get it right. But if you use a slide, that's not really a problem. You have to keep in mind, if you're doing this in slow motion, that it requires more light than usual. So you really have to light this very even and very strongly to get the best effect out of a probe lens. But it does look pretty good though, don't you think? And there you have some examples of what you can do with a probe lens. It's a very fun tool to use, and you can be very creative with it and do all kinds of things when you have it in your arsenal. And since it's not too expensive, I would definitely recommend picking one up, just to add to your story a little bit and get another twist to it. Or if you just want to do product shots like this, it's super easy, especially for Instagram or something that doesn't require higher broadcast cameras, for example. Super fun tool, super useful, and you know, always fun to be creative. Alright guys, if you have any comments, just don't hesitate to leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of your videos. And yep, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.